CS:GO, where you have like these set map pools for like a period of time during the year.
Sure.
Obviously, we have maps come in and out of the pool, right?
Yeah.
But I want to see them like double the pool eventually, and then pick like a certain 8 maps that you play at a certain time during the season that changes across the entire year.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should keep it a 7-map
Keep
pool.
it fresh.
But I mean, keep it 7 maps. But I think, like you said, like having maps that you rotate through. Maybe you swap out like 2 or 3 maps at a time instead of just 1. But we need good maps to do that. Hopefully, over time, maybe we can
Bring back Mill or Tuscan, depends on what
I mean,
generation
that's
you're
like
from.
literally what
If you're a
everyone's
boomer,
hoping for.
You know, maybe you say Mill.
Yeah.
If you're not a boomer, you might say Tuscan.
I'm down for either one, to be honest.
Also, maybe
Bring Contra back actually from Source. That was pretty good.
Contra.
Map.
Ooh, oh yeah, Contra was great. I forgot about
Source
that
map.
map. I mean, I like Season as well. I was a big fan of Season.
They tried, didn't quite work out.
I want to see Fire maybe if they revamped it. And Robin, well, he wanted to see more than 1 kill, but unfortunately, 1 is all he's going to get here. As Dazzle now will be under pressure, and well, he's not going to hit his shots, unfortunately, either. But still, Dapper's alive. He's going to get 1 with the CZ. He's coming in from behind, popping down pop. God, my voice sounds terrible today, doesn't it? A little bit of Marvin Gaye going on. Seb,
you know,
let's get it on. And Seb gets 3 kills, and they win the round.
I think he can be forgiven. Obviously, you know, caught a little something.
I don't know where I caught it. That's the risky part, because I was in Italy, I was in India, now I'm here. Then I go to Malaysia.
You were traveling in tightly confined spaces with a bunch of other people.
It could be like a super bug. I was actually I was watching an episode of
in
Netflix
fact,
called
is there
Experiment.
production?
No?
Can I actually pick
called?
up a headset from the opposite end of the desk, and we can still cast together? Like, I'm not trying to shun them, but
Come on, Dust.
I want to do some separation.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
No, let's not bring it in. Let's not do that. Let's do the opposite of bringing it in.
I think they're gonna have to like burn this headset after I'm done with it, to be honest. I think that's why Sun doesn't want to cast again.
I just fear for my own safety at this point. Like, I'm not trying to get head super bumpy. You guys.
Hey, we got the break coming up with Christmas. So.
All right, I'm just gonna
holidays.
I'm just gonna stay.
Okay. All right. Slowly get further away.
Yeah.
Eventually, you have to stop though, because the screen will be legible to you.
Yeah.
But anyways, you do see obviously the well, no buy really for Envy. Just a couple of pistols in there. Not going for the SG since they didn't get the bomb down, and Singularity should be off to a flying start. I think if we kind of bring it back to the game though, you know, talk about what Stunna mentioned before with Nifty. Like, he's not happy with the current performance of Envy, and I think that's kind of the unfortunate part for them, is that I feel like there's a lot of extra pressure on the players' shoulders being under an organization of Envy's caliber. I mean, they have so many teams and so many different games that perform well, and they've not been really able to live up to that Envy name.
Yeah, it's tough because, like, at first when they got their, like, initial lineup together that had, like, JDM and Simphis and all those different guys, I mean, you could tell that they did it mostly just to get the Pro League spot. Like, that was kind of the big thing, right? And then they tried to revamp the roster since then, you know, bringing in San, taking a gamble on a youthful player who seemed like he was going to be good mechanically. He's kind of that same class of player like Obo or some of these other guys in the NA scene where you're trying to, you know, develop new and young talent. So that made sense. And then they brought back a couple of kind of veterans, and it just hasn't worked out.
I loved Contra. I'm sorry. I just had flashbacks to, like, I actually really enjoyed Contra. It was a really fun map to play. I remember the A side, the little, like, upper lip you could take. There's, like, some depth into the upper side as well.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, we just see it 3 SGs and 1 AK as the push has come in towards outer, and, well, Ryan, I mean, if we talk about maybe the lows of Envy, let's talk about the highs. Ryan was the worst performing player on Envy in the first group stage, and they turned out to be one of the best performing players coming into stage 2. So he's really, I think, adapted. He's really improved in the time that he's been within Envy, and I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, again, he's like one of those also like kind of younger players, very inexperienced coming out from the MDL level. He was playing on teams like Swole Patrol and stuff like that in the past. So getting his chance to play on a bigger organization now. And as you said, he's been pretty good these last few days, despite Envy not getting the results they wanted overall. He's definitely been kind of a bright spot individually. Another round here where Envy are not going to be spending too much money, but they do have a bunch of HE grenades, so they are going to be going for some type of nade stack, perhaps. Usually you see a lot of nade stacks towards bomb train, and that's exactly what happens, all towards the middle of the bomb train. Not a single one, unfortunately, landing there for Envy.
That would blow up the train, because they haven't been able to get the bomb down, so maybe 5 grenades would be enough. But as you saw, it's not working.
Did not seem to, did it?
We're seeing now Dapper picking up the op. We haven't really seen too much of that.
Yeah, usually Rux is it. Dapper is the secondary, but I know Rux is kind of struggling with the AWP yesterday in a lot of the games that we were watching, so I'm not sure if that's just because he wanted to try something different, since this game, like you said, doesn't really affect their standings. This is maybe where you can experiment a little bit with the different roles or something like that and get Dapper if he wants to try primary opping, like some official reps, or it could have been because it was a spawn-based play, right? I mean, so who really knows? We'll find out in due time, I'm sure, as more rounds pass.
And Sub's even pushed up into upper halls too. Gonna spot another player, and well, Nifty will get 1 kill, so at least they get something out of this round. Throws the bomb behind him. He's alone.
you know.
Not sure what kind of fake he's trying to throw in here, but hey, it worked. It confused me.
Yeah, trying to see if he can put this SG to work, but Zapper gets the leg shot and then finishes him off with the USP. And so it is going to be another round going the way of Singularity. Which I know that they were talking about how they were, you know, ready to kind of practice with their new fifth, which I'm not sure who that's going to be yet. I think it might be Zelsis. I know they were kind of playing with him.
But he obviously played with Swole Patrol.
Yeah.
So he can't play here, unfortunately. He looks a lot like Elvis, by the way, if you remember his picture. He had the hair of Elvis.
I know they also, I think, have like a new coach coming on board. I think it's like Emmy, if I'm not mistaken. I know I saw Emmy tweeting on Twitter, so I think that's the case.
Well, now you have the bot coming in for Envy. Got the SGs, we got Nifty on the AWP. So a good potential start here for the T side of Envy if they do, I guess, come together a little bit. They're really invested with a Molotov, by the way, towards Ivy. Did you notice that adapter? I was kind of curious to throw that so deep, but has been able to hold them back for a little bit of time. Maybe expecting a rush to come through. Maybe he was trying to peek himself, but either way, he's going to stay alive at the moment.
Indeed he is. Sam also already being picked up on by Relics up close on the T connector. So all even here as we start drifting towards the mid-round segment. Still kind of a spread offense here from Envy between Ivy, Inner Halls, and just kind of having presence pretty much every single location you could take a duel at. Still have Robin playing a bit of a forward position here. Relics also tucked into ladder room. Gets a little bit of damage off there onto Ryan, but nothing too crazy.
Oh, Ryan's waiting for it. Ryan's going to catch him out. Relics is a little bit too aggressive there, so he has the man advantage over to Envy now. The outside bomb site might be looking a little bit juicy, but as we can see, the bomb's still going to be down back towards T-spawn.
Yeah, nothing committed here for Envy just yet. They're starting to run a little bit low on time. We do see them start dumping a little bit of utility over towards the inner bomb site. A couple of smokes. Maybe hoping to pull a rotation over towards inner. At least hold that one player in place, which they have successfully done, but no one else has drifted. Robin still holds his forward position, but he's been busted by Fugly. A big kill. There is still Dapper, though, with the AWP towards outer. He's getting a rotation right now from Seb at just the wrong time, because Envy does shift that bomb towards the inner site, so it is going to be a bit of a double fake from Envy.
Although fake's going to work out, the bomb will get planted. 2-on-4, now turned into 2-on-3 as Seb gets the first kill. He's been off to a flying start at 10-1 at the moment. Obviously, they are up 4-0, so you can kind of expect that, but Ryan's behind him, and Ryan most surely will be getting this kill.
Yeah, you'd imagine so. Seb's still laser focused in front of him, so Ryan will be able to get the backstab there. Dapper now just looking to save the AWP. Obviously a good start to the game from Singularity. They're up 4-0, but they had to do a lot of rebuying along the way, so really only Robin and Seb have money. So because they don't really have any loss bonus, saving this AWP is pretty vital. No one's really going to give chase, so we will be able to carry it over into the next round. Again, plenty of money for Robin and Code to get a buy, but there's going to be a couple players that are going to be a bit lacking.
Well, obviously, as we do go into both these matches today, I think we mentioned before on the desk, and going to mention it yet again today, none of these matches really matter in the sense of the team coming through the group has already been qualified. It's ATK. But I think if we look at that aspect, Robin, like, this is still a good opportunity for him today. I don't think he can really let his foot off the gas at all. He's trying to earn a spot within Singularity, or maybe just another team in general.
Sure.
Obviously with this 4-year hiatus that we did have. So I think it's important for him to, like, try to make something happen, right? Try to make a name for yourself, and it's going to be a little bit tough to do so, but...
It's also still good practice if you're Envy with this lineup to get some official maps in to kind of see what you need to adjust and tinker with. It's a chance to maybe experiment a bit with your map pool or with roles like we're seeing with Dapper opting for Singularity. And it's also, it does affect maybe your ranking a bit still, like an international ranking system for like ESL or ESL or what have you, like getting results, get you points in that regard. So there's a couple little things there, but yeah, like the bulk of why you were here to play, that's already kind of gone.
Yeah. But there's the man on the screen, Ely, we were talking about, the coach filling in for Android since he had some visa issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, but
he
two
showed
standing
up.
teams against each other, actually, in this game.
But he like showed up. Day one, he wasn't like top ranked for the team, but he was in the last place player on the team. And yesterday,
yeah, he had like a really big, I think. What map was it?
Oh, it was
a train, I think, or something like that.
You.
He had like a really big map, one of them.
It was Overpass, I think. Nope. Nope. Sorry, it's against Daytona.
I feel like Prius is just saying no to everything.
It was Inferno. There we go.
Thanks, Prius.
I mean, we're eventually going to get it right.
You know what, Prius? Why don't you come cast, dog? You seem like you are really knowledgeable. Seem like you know everything. I can come observe. What do you think? No answer?
That's what I thought. Why would you be the one to take the game off? Wouldn't it be me? And I would go observe?
Nah, man. I think like your voice is already dying, so I feel like you should just finish it off.
Oh my god. Makes no sense at all.
You know?
Dazzle
Just go all the way.
now. Yeah, might as well just completely ruin it before Group B tomorrow.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
8 seconds left. Bomb going to be planted, and well, the SMG. This is going to be a very big dream for Dazzle. No money. I don't know. Would you? I would assume you're not going to try to save this at all. It's kind of makes no sense to try to go for any sort of save, considering.
I mean, there's
it's
a
just
couple
an
of
SMG.
fallen guns somewhere that he might be able to get to. So maybe he might try to look for that.
Probably will pick up the M4 right before.
Yeah.
Or right after the bomb goes off.
But you might as well keep the SMG for right now, because someone pushes you can get the extra cash on the SMG bonus, and then you go grab the M4. So that's probably what's happening here.
There we go. Actually picks up the op.
Dang,
So
all right.
pretty good little upgrade for him.
Okay. Not a bad little upgrade, as you said.
But speaking of tomorrow, I mean, we do have.
I got a monster group for you tomorrow.
Yeah, I think
looking
that's probably
forward to
the best way to say it. I mean, 100 Thieves in there.
Furia.
Furia in there.
United bringing Moose back.
Yep. Freaky Soy going to be in-game leading for the team now.
Yeah, somebody who's done it before and obviously has worked under very legendary in-game leaders from the NA scene like Songairs and Steel. Also, he's kind of known as a leader of men, like always kind of the guy that was kind of helping assist leadership on his teams, maybe not tactically, but just kind of keeping people in order and hyping people up and that kind of thing. So I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic on E United. And then, yeah, you got Fury and 100T who are solidly ranked teams.
I was going to keep going on to that note.
What's
the
that?
smeller of farts, as we found out.
I think that was just a big misconception. We were obviously having forest fires at the time, and so it kind of smelled. And I think that they
maybe that's why
thought
Moose
that it
came
was
back.
farts.
Maybe they figured out who dealt it.
It was, yeah.
Let me see. I mean, obviously we're going to expect MV to probably walk over this round unless Daz was able to hit quite a few op shots. Unfortunately, going to be Molotov off on the site. Actually, Dapper's going to come in and get a kill. With the USP, might go to rescue a weapon, and Dazzle gets one as well. So now it's just into a 2-on-3.
It's gotten very interesting, actually.
It's gotten possible. The problem is, though, the bombs will be planted on the inner site.
Indeed, and we already see that like Dazzle with his low HP wants to just say this AWP into the next round, so he won't be attempting anything. If I'm Dapper, I'd be getting the hell out of there too, because saving that SG and carrying it over to the CT side is pretty potent. So yeah, he will get out of there pretty quickly as well. T's don't have that much money to give chase, so I don't know that they'll really go too far into trying to stop these guns from being carried over. But Envy, they've won the last 3 rounds in a row, so now they've been able to get their economy in order and start getting some buys in. They're starting to find some success, which is great news because obviously this map can sway CT-sided a bit, and so when you lose pistol, you go down 0-4. You kind of lost like one of your big opportunities to get a lot of rounds on T-side train by not getting the pistol or getting the second round or something like that. So now they've been able to get some buys in. This is good news.
Yeah, with the way Envy are playing now, could see them pick up quite a few rounds on the T side of training. I think Singularity, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to go back and check really quickly if they've played train every series so far.
I know they played it in the Daytona series.
Yes, they did. And I'm trying to find my notes. Actually, no, they didn't play it yesterday against ATK. It was only overpassing Nuke, so.
Right. One-sided losses there, too. Like, the most one-sided games we had, actually, in this second stage so far. Most of the other games have been real close. A lot of overtime games, 16-14 type games. We've had some marathons, that's for certain.
Yeah, we really have.
Yeah. And if you're trying to turn this game into that after what looked like a little bit of a one-sided affair from Singularity, a lot of smokes coming up on this outer bomb site, so a lot of utility behind this hit, though there is a pretty big gap here for Dapper to still be able to spot towards the E-box, and he's able to find one, line up a second. Robin jumps in as well. Seeing some of a fight back here from Envy, and Nifty with that op. He was a miracle man yesterday with it. Can he do it again? Oh my goodness, it seems like it might be the case.
There you go. Again, Envy going to tie things up at 4-piece now. By the way, Nifty, that was 3 of his 4 kills in total from that round alone. So he's starting to wake up in the server.
Yeah,
we know what he can do.
He had 2 really crazy rounds with AWP on train yesterday, both in the same game.
Yeah, the 2v5 they pulled off.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was like deep into overtime. Then he had like one kind of earlier on in the game. I think it was like a quad kill or an ace or something that also was pretty good. So definitely had his moments. As you said, he's coming alive now, finally, after a bit of a quiet start. Hasan's also been a bit quiet throughout this stage, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, he was the best performer in the first group stage, and he's kind of fallen to be
He's
one
also
of the
that
worst.
young talent they're kind of banking on to be the star of the team, or be one of the stars of the team, I guess you could say. And unfortunately, hasn't really fit that billing just yet. Maybe in more time, he can develop into it. Meanwhile, Singularity not going to have too much to work with in this round, so a great opportunity for Envy to take their first lead of the game. And again, build up on that T side. And they're keeping CT economy low, so that could really help them build a monster offense for a map like Train, where it's really hard at times to find a lot of good stuff. But that's certainly going to put a damper on things.
Yeah, kind of surprised not one of them were playing kind of anti-flash there. They did have 2 players back towards T-spawn to help out, and they might have been able to get some kills for Singularity, but I don't think you're going to escape here, Robin. Eventually will be overwhelmed and killed off. It's allowed the rest of Singularity to gain a lot of space around the map.
Yeah.
You can see it pushing through halls. Dowson now behind Ryan. Yeah.
Ooh, timing's going to be everything on this one. If he wanted to push through, he might have been able to get behind Ryan, but the size better of it just holds this. Make sure that, hey, they definitely can't go in or without crossing by me. It allows the other 2 to just focus up on the outer side. They don't really have the weaponry to take a lot of distance duels here.
I think they have to spot for some information, though, right? They know they can't go inner. And just check T main every once in a while, and then you'd allow Dazzle to rotate in from behind. But maybe they're able to pick up a weapon. They're sending relics over there. He should be able to secure something. There was an op, I think, on Nifty who dropped it. Oh, Seb just comes around the corner, picks up the SC, and he gets the second with the USP. I'm not sure how he lands those shots, but Singularity take the round.
I thought he was going to be in a lot of trouble because I think he had just switched the USP from the Mag 7, and also I think at one point even he was thinking about throwing a flash or something. And he wasn't staring the right direction, but did whip around just in the right moment. So that's a big victory here for Singularity.
He picks up the SG and he's like, yeah, I don't need it.
Nah.
I don't need a USP.
Double op is now going to be in play for Singularity. SG for Seb, so lots of scoped weapons here for the defense. They stole around away early there. It's a big opportunity for Envy to take a lead, and they really missed on it.
Yeah, that one flash over towards Ivy. Picked up 2 kills. It allowed Singularity to get back in the game, but obviously with Seb getting the 2 kills at the USP at the end, like that was the
That's pretty stylish.
icing on top.
Yeah.
And Seb's having a good game. 12 and 5. I'd say he's actually, well,
Oh,
of course, just like
wow.
talk about, he gets killed off
I
here.
thought he was going to get out of there in time. Like he wasn't going to be able to escape. Luckily, Dazzle is able to put up a fight. Unfortunately, it's not much of one. He gets traded 1 for 1, so still the advantage for Envy. Relics has been able to rotate, though, with AWP. He's got some assistance behind him in the backside that seem to be able to line up these shots, and he gets one on Fugly, gets it back even.
It's just taking so long to take this inner sight, though. It's allowing a Dapper to get here towards the site. Even Robin is comfortable to go back towards outer, which is going to be 1 player there. Relics being naded down to 40 HP, and Robin needs to stay alive. And with Ely getting the kill, the outside bomb site's going to be available. They're going to rotate the bomb back around. He also has control of Z, and this should be Envy getting the bomb down.
Definitely is. Ely cutting off Z right now with the SG. It's going to be him versus Relics, though Ely does actually give it up, kind of falls back over towards camera. But kills still go their way nonetheless. 5-5, reset on to Singularity, but they still do have a good bit of money built up on a couple of their players. They have some options. Have a close game on our hands thus far. Each team's kind of had a little bit of a 4-round winning streak. And now maybe we're going to start getting some nitty-gritty rounds, some trade rounds. We'll have to see.
I think we've been in a couple of nitty-gritty rounds. I mean, think of the one before last. When Singularity won, but just, what, they had an SMG, they had flashbang towards Ivy, they had a USP with a Max 7. And you see Envy, though, like, kind of consistently pick up some rounds here, especially when they have the opportunity to break the bank to Singularity. If they could just take this round, we should be looking, I would say, at 7.
Yeah, it's definitely a fragile economy there over on the CT side, having that buy save rotation. After having a bit of a hot streak, and now losing several in a row, having a reset, doesn't bode well for them. They need to come up with some more plays like they did a couple of rounds ago at that Ivy push, something to catch Envy off guard, or get something out of this AWP, which is now in Run's hands instead of Dapper.
Yeah, kind of interesting considering Dapper was, like, quote-unquote primary op so far on Train. We know Relics from yesterday alone was the one to do it for the team.
Again, that's the thing that you can do in a game like this. There's not much weight behind it, is you can experiment a bit with the core 4 of the team. Especially if they're bringing in Zelsis, who's a guy who most of his career has been a rifler. So either Relics will keep opping going forward, or somebody else will try it. Maybe it could be Dapper. Either way, we're starting to see Envy finally make some decisions on where they want to head. Some folks are going towards outside. The bomb carrier is actually still over towards Detector as well, but there is a lot of players gathered up inside the inner halls, but it may not matter because Sam single-handedly steps out for 2 entries towards the outer side, forcing a rotation. Now Enter can be clamped down upon.
Down he's trying to pick up some kills. He does get the first. He's not able to rescue a weapon, more importantly, and he's going to run out of ammo just trying to stay alive, and unfortunately he will be overran. Now it's all on Relics in a 1-on-2 with the op. He hasn't been able to sneak in behind them. Well, as you can see, Nifty already expects it, but the fact that he's been able to get here as quickly as possible might net him a potential chance. He's got the 1v1 up against Nifty. He gets the kill, and now he's got to find out where Nifty's going to be. He does have the kit, even a smoke to boot to maybe cover off a potential defuse here. Trying to bait him out, probably just going to tap the bomb and back away, and Nifty's going to have to check. This has to come around the side because there's a smoke gun. He looks for the kill, and he gets it. Relic's going to clutch it out and hopefully find the bomb here. I'm assuming he did. That's fist bumps are going out. But a good clutch coming through, and again, that was a shoddy buy out of Singularity. So 2 rounds now out of 3, or I guess you can say 2 for 2 of the awkward buys pays off.
Yeah, I mean, they had the AWP on Relics and a couple other things, but as you said, they weren't fully equipped. They lost the opening duels, but Relics able to make something really happen individually with that one op they did have.
That had a bit of miscommunication, right? That Ely was watching like right in Z, and then Nifty wasn't covering lower.
Nifty was covering lower at first, but it was like right as Relics started to actually commit to pushing down the ramp is right when Nifty looked away. Maybe hoping that he would catch him coming from CT spawn or something, but unfortunately, Relics found a good window there to come through. And even though they won the round, they still don't have that much to work with in this. A couple of guys had to take MP9s because they had to rebuy 4 players, so they're still not in the best of ways economically. Oh. Meanwhile, it's just a 1-for-1 trade.
I think Ryan was going to push that smoke, but the second he gets shot up by Dapper, he just backs off and doesn't commit to it. Only had the deagle, but still, if he was able to pinch in that push, it could have been nice.
I was wondering that both economies are kind of in the bin right now. You're seeing Envy kind of struggling with Ryan just on a deagle, 1 player already down. They do have 3 guns in position, but they'd have to save if they don't win this round.
Is this Fugly do this every time? We saw this yesterday.
Yeah, he had a couple of rounds like this yesterday, you're right. See if this one has as much impact as some of those did. They did ultimately win that game in a crazy amount of overtimes. They've played a lot of train so far this tournament, enough train for multiple games.
I think Fugly knows Seb's going to be there.
Yeah, I think he has an idea that there might be someone there.
We haven't had a knife kill all of group.
Not going to happen with 2 players in front of him. Oh! Oh, imagine. Imagine. Seb, though, might still want to win in the round. Oh, my goodness. That is brutal.
Has someone told Seb that the SMG doesn't work as a rifle long range? He doesn't seem to have caught that memo because able to take down Fugly there after getting flanked from behind.
Oh, man, I thought Fugly wasn't even going to get a single frag there for a split second. He seemed like he got turned on. Got the frag, but could not find the second. Seb shuts down the ramp push and even finds the third on the 180. So, yeah, Seb's having a hell of a game. Not normally one of the guys you think of as being one of the heavy hitters on this team. He's more of kind of playing a lot of support positions and doing a lot of the dirty work. Kind of setting up like people like Dapper and company to be more of like the focal points of the team, but having a pretty good one here so far. Full save now coming out of Envy except for a Deagle and a P250. And that P250 actually finds Dapper. And Nifty hits one too. Oh my goodness, this is getting a little bit scary.
I think these rounds don't really surprise me now with how this match has gone here so far on Train.
Very scrappy game, that's for sure. Now an op in the hands of Nifty gives him a chance to pose a real problem for Singularity's recovery attempts.
It's still possible. No head armor on the side of Envy. Dab's taking around the side and should have at least 1 easy kill as he takes down Som. Has support of 2 other teammates towards the back, and Fugly, I guess it might come down to him. Hide inside of the smoke, maybe catch out a player just with the Glock. He's looking for that first kill. He might get onto Relics, but unfortunately Dazzle will be there. Nifty's still alive, and he's looking to hold on. He's got to hit this first shot, but Ryan, he's behind them. They have not spotted him out. You might be able to stop this defuse from coming through if just Nifty just survives here. You can see Rose going for the peek, the bomb not being tapped onto anymore. And now Nifty's alone in the 1-on-1 up against Dazzle. He's just trying to fake him out, and Nifty keeps the composure, gets the kill. And Envy, again, these like back and forth round wins for these teams with just these ugly buys.
Man, it started with like the CTs getting a crazy round, like an Ivy push. We've seen a couple other rounds, and there's another one for you. Nifty catching a great 1D, collecting an AWP, and then finishing off the round.
Let's talk about the first P250 kill that came through.
Yeah, that was a wild one from Ely. Just a flying one-tap. I'm surprised it even works. Like, that's just kind of crazy. Normally you would think someone over there is going to have some head armor or something to stop that from happening, but did not happen.
Maybe he should go back to playing, you know?
Definitely had a pretty long career as a player, kind of in the MDL levels and such, on a couple of different teams.
Right, he's been pleasantly surprising, I'd say, honestly, over these last couple of days. It's just not going to work out for Seb there. Fugly's not having it this time. A couple of extra bullets in the body. Did we ever figure out which rule that was? The double tap?
I'm pretty sure it's rule 2.
Rule 2? Okay, we'll go with that.
If they're correct me, let me know.
Close
Take it with my
Dazzle.
complaint department.
You have one of those.
Yeah, me. I don't know why I had to make it sound so hostile, but
Yeah, it was very hostile.
got that talk to my manager haircut, you know?
And is the manager also you?
Yes. It's kind of a... And production has confirmed it is indeed rule number 2. Because rule number 1's definitely cardio. And then there's like a rule for like limbering up, which I think might be 7. I don't know.
Wouldn't you want to limber up before the cardio part?
Listen, I'm not fighting you on that.
Dapper gonna pick up a kill, maybe get a second because they're gonna peek around. But we're going to the last round of this half, and again, very awkward half for both these two teams. But also, if you're just joining us, this match and the other match coming up today technically have no effect on the standings of how this group will play out. So again, we're expecting the teams not necessarily play at a full 110%.
Yeah, and you can also cut us some slack too, you know?
Nah.
I mean, we're out here trying to have some fun.
Nah.
So maybe sometimes we're gonna go off topic a little bit.
We're not allowed to, apparently, according to Twitch chat, and which we all know Twitch chat is the all-encompassing rightness. I can't think of the word. I'm sick. I can't think of words.
It's fine.
But Singularity, four-step in this round with the M4s. Trying to get cheeky here, actually pushing into lower. I was almost actually hoping for a boost to come in there. But it looks like they might be able to swing around, and Eagle's going to be waiting for this one, and Eagles might get caught out with the nade in hand. So get some damage done against Robin. And in the meantime, the rest of this team has pushed out in towards outer. So information, there's 2 players pushing in towards inner. You can also see 2 more left on outer, and some now turn it into only 1 more left out here. And it's going to be Dapper with the SG. Yep,
Seb, though, is on a big flanking maneuver right now with his own SG, so he could be a real problem if Envy are not careful. They're starting to need to make a decision on planting this bomb. Now that he will finally start punching in those digits. Robin trying to challenge a bit of a spam from Z, but not able to land the mark, but stays alive. Again, buying more and more time for Seb to get on the flank. It was being spotted by Sam, but still the duel will go the way of Seb, the other 3-lettered name that starts with an S.
Wait, what? Oh, Sam.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Let me take this one for you. Robin in the 1v2 here from Ivy. Actually does get Fugly. Got the smoke on the bomb. Does have a kit also. Gets into a little bit of a fight here with Nifty. Going to go ahead and try to stick this defuse. Nifty is going to need to spam through. He is going to line it up, and it is going to be the closest half possible, 8-7.
Well, it started off with a 4-0 lead.
Yep.
Quickly turned back around as they took 4 straight themselves and able to close out the round. More importantly, Nifty has woken up and he has started to pick up some big kills. We've seen some good things out of Psalm as well. Fugly, unfortunately, having that one awkward round, only getting the first kill and almost actually dying himself. But either way, able to take the lead at the end of the first half. We'll be going to a short break. When we come back, we'll be kicking off the second.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I am myself day after day, it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Well, we're back into the game with the 8-7 scoreline in favor of Envy. They were down 4-0, able to come out with the lead at the end of the first half. And, well, part of that's due to Nifty. 14 kills for this man. He's been able to pick up quite a few with the AWP and really put his foot down. We can see the Betway odds still going to be favor of Envy. So Stunner should be happy about that. I think you, or no, me
Hey,
and...
look at that. It's casted by us.
It is. And you know it's also casted by us? Group B with 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
And Furia.
Yep,
So,
all of it.
I guess Twitch has to have to get used to it.
Yep.
But obviously we'll take those more serious since those matches are going to matter. To
Got
find out which
plenty of
team.
stats and facts and stuff ready for you for Group B. Been researching them all. I'm ready. But this is for fun. You know, it's also for fun for these players. It's a chance to prove yourself individually a bit if you're Robin. Stand in. Got a little bit of chaos breaking out here towards inner. Got a 3-on-3, maybe a bomb plant coming in soon. Nifty, though, is on a bit of a flank. That could be a problem.
Trying to buy some time so you can make this flank worth it. The rest of Envy just trying to survive here. You can see Fugly on very low HP. Nifty will have flanked around the back. Spots out Seb, but it doesn't matter. Seb again. What is this man on? Why was he not able to play like this the last 2 days? He's up to 21 kills in the first 16 rounds, and what a flick out of him.
All right, Seb. He's got some nice lung capacity there.
That has to be, with it not happening today, for the next time we do it, the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel play of the game, because that was amazing. That flick out of nowhere. Nifty even tried to line up the shot. Look at that. Look at that. You tell me the game doesn't get much better than that. That was crisp. That was clean.
Now it's a tied ball game. It's not really a ball game.
I mean, yeah.
There's no balls involved in the actual playing of the game.
Just not gonna...
There is actually one that has a ball on it, though. Do you know what map it is?
You mean the basketball? Or the soccer ball? Yeah. TC spawn. How many balloons are there in Overpass?
I'm out. 7?
Nope. 6.
Okay, that's close.
What does the shop sell in Underpass on Mirage?
I don't know.
Rugs.
I mean, that...
What stuffed animals are at the birthday party in Overpass?
There's a bear. Pretty sure. Pretty sure there's a bear out there.
Are you sure?
I feel pretty good about it.
Okay.
Is there a bear?
Well, you know what? If we get Overpass today, we can confirm if it's a bear.
Okay.
But I don't believe it's a bear.
Damn.
I believe it's an elephant.
Oh, that might be right. Thank you, Prius.
Oh, here we go now into the next round. We do have the vibe coming out of Envy. Nifty back on the up, but look at Dapper. He's just charging straight forward.
Going in deep.
There's no way they're expecting him this deep already.
I don't know. Have to be concerned, and Ely is indeed going to check upon it, and does get the kill there. So quick advantage for Envy, trying to see if they can tie this thing right back up. Ely actually gets pushed a bit. I think he's a little bit kind of shocked by that push from Robin. He does get the kill nonetheless. Might get another here. It's going to get real awkward. Hello, what's stopping me from moving forward? Is that a wall? Kind of, could be. Ely is kind of a unit. Pretty broad dude.
And then the awkward, oh, hey.
What's going on there?
Well, looks like Envy will be able to hold on to this, have to force up in this round. Nifty in a headshot on Darrell because he does fall down. And Envy tying things back up at 9.
Indeed, they are not letting this game get too far away from them. It's been real close. Like those last 6 rounds of the first half were pretty back and forth, and now we're seeing Singularity kind of capitalize off of a pistol round victory to keep good times rolling.
I wonder if this might give like the competitive drive back to maybe get back into playing. I mean, I don't think it worked out for Zeus. Yeah, I don't think it worked out for Zeus too well.
They did like have a pretty good result at like IEM Chicago or something. For him. Nifty getting the kill there on to Seb to open up this round. A little bit of aggression towards the inner halls is going to be beneficial for Envy. Quickly trading back though, our Relics and Dapper reeling it right back into their camp. Bomb has been left behind in T-spawn and will be collected here shortly by Rob. In the meantime, Ely finds Dapper. So a lot of exchanges breaking out. We've had a lot of rounds like this, to be honest. We're just kind of back and forth, 3-on-3 in the late round. It's been that kind of chaotic style of game. Uh-oh. Can't expect that if you're Relics. Like, that is a pretty crazy play from Nifty. It does work out, though.
Nifty's on 18 now. Last 2 players of Singularity with Daz and Robin looking to hit towards inner, which it'll only be Nifty to actually defend, and they're going to just walk straight through. I don't know if Nifty's actually going to expect this, but he spots him out. Daz is going to go down, and Nifty now looking for his 4th kill of the round. He might have it, even invest in the smoke for Robin just to make sure he can secure the cross and secure the bomb going down. If anything, he'll get that. He's going to get the kill on Nifty. Down to 1-on-2, potentially has a chance to pull this off. He's going to have to worry about Sam flanking him from behind. Ely from the front. He's down to 31 health already. Again, the Swede trying to make a name for himself here after the 4-year hiatus, and he might have the opportunity to come around the side, and Ely again will get the kill, and that'll be Envy securing the round and the lead back.
I haven't had a lead in a while. They were up at 1 point at the very end of the first half, actually. It was like really the only time they actually had a complete lead. So getting it back. I mean, Singularity were really aided by winning both pistols. Got a 4-0 start in the first half and a 2-0 start this half. So that's where a lot of their rounds have come from. A lot of the gun rounds, though, actually have been favoring Envy. Particularly their little run on the T side there.
Yeah, you're never going to expect that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff from Nifty. Good movement, good timings. And
like
now we have Singularity on that much.
I like the walk-in, though. Like the fact that, oh my wow, that's well, we saw the nade stack before out of Envy on the bomb side, and now Singularity do it themselves, except they're going to be more successful.
Indeed they are. Luckily, Ely was able to fight right back, and Ivy spots a second player as well. So he's starting to limit the amount of impact that nade stack has had by getting the advantage back for his team. Okay then, Ely. That'll be on our Vac Sucks.
7 on 21, Ely on 18. Honestly, credit to him to kind of stand in like that. And what's Priest doing?
What is he trying to tell us?
He scared me.
Is there something to Jimmy in the well?
Counter-terrorists win.
I still don't know.
It's a mystery to me.
I wonder if he ever just messes with us.
If only you could draw on the maps. If only you could draw stuff. If only.
Yeah, that's a power that I don't think most people should have in their hands. It's too much of a power when it comes to a show. The things you could draw, the straps you could make up.
But here we go, double op is to be in play for Envy. That was something that they really were able to lean on heavily against Daytona yesterday to eventually overcome their opponent in what took many overtimes to complete. Sam and Nifty were definitely usually up to the task on the CT side with these snipers, so we'll see if Singularity is able to deal with it. They've already fallen prey one time to Nifty in this round.
22 kills for Nifty. He's really been stepping up. I mean, he had 4 kills at the end of, I think, like the 4th round, and 3 of those came from the AWP in that round alone. Speaking of the man, looking to back off here. Singularity looking to push in towards the site. Ninja's going to be waiting, though, and unfortunately gets just caught at the wrong moment, but he still gets 1 kill at least. And Fudley now gets the bomb down. Fortunate part is he falls from behind, and Seb, who's been the big playmaker for Singularity so far, he might have the drop on Envy. If he can sneak in towards Z, they're not going to expect him to be here. Spots on the first, he gets the kill. Ely looking to fight back and at least secure 1. Oh, he's going to be able to. Now it's all on Dapper in the 1-on-2, and he has 17 kills, but these 2 should be in the bag as long as he doesn't make too much sound here coming around from behind. He knows where one is. He's looking for the second. Actually, he almost turns around and spots him out, and now Dapper's going to be in the awkward position with the bomb. Smoke goes down. He gets the tag. He's just shooting all around him, but eventually he will get the kill into Ryan. No Ollie G moment coming in here, and Singularity get back to 10.
So keeping it close. No one's really had too big of a streak just yet in this entire game, other than the 4-0s to start the match for each team. Most anyone streak together since then is 3. Had this game tied up many, many times throughout, and there's a chance that Singularity might be able to do it again off the back of that play from Dapper. Also get some props to Seb. Had a couple of big plays here on this push towards Z. Help kind of set up Dapper. Having a good game overall over on Seb's side of things. 23 kills.
But again, the scrappy buys come in.
Yep.
This time for Envy, they do have a couple of M4s. They do have the AWP.
Getting a little bit aggressive here towards Inner Halls. Unfortunately, Fugly has been found out. Nifty is able to get one back there onto Dazzle. Takes a lot of damage for it, though. That's fine. It's kind of even because also Seb has been softened up. Ryan will use this to take advantage of a position here forward on T-Connector. Gonna help get him a little bit of information. Maybe cut off some players. Dapper does seem aware that this could be a possibility, though. Seems to be holding the angle.
They're putting Robin back into that flanking route. I mean, that's where they were successful in Overpass. We think back to yesterday, the 2 times he was able to, sorry, the 3 times he was able to get behind. I think that was Daytona.
Big catch there from Dapper to catch
Sorry.
Ryan, because Ryan could have been a really big problem if he would have been able to catch that kill. And this gives Singularity back control of T-Con, gets another route to get back into this outer bomb site. Robin is going to be trying to work through Ivy, as you noted. Actually does get the kill. Nifty, though, still in the fight, but unfortunately now he's all alone. He needs to just save this AWP. Money is so low on Envy. That'd be really the only weapon they had to work with the next round. So that tie seems inevitable. It's 11-11, and we have another game on our hands where the losing team will still want it with double digits.
I think we've been graced with only one of those so far, actually. Yeah, that was the 16-7.
Actually,
on
both
Nuke.
maps yesterday in that best of 3 were
Yes.
single-digit losses.
Yes.
All the other games, though, at least 16-10.
Well, I mean, I think because we had a quick game with Singularity against ATK, it was deserved, considering we had 123 rounds in the
one
game
map?
just prior.
No, not one map. Sorry, the whole series. Like, yeah.
123 rounds.
That was a long series.
5-hour best of 3.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Was it?
Teach their own, you know? It kind of depends on your personal flavor, I guess.
Well, there we go. 11-11.
Make a wish.
It's a little bit different in Germany. 11-11 is a carnival.
Oh.
November 11th. It's when you wake up at like 7 a.m. and you drink responsibly, obviously, all day long.
Okay.
Until you can't anymore.
Oh, that seems responsible.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's our first time out. Not a bad time to call it, considering the scoreline. Actually, no, it's tech pause, so never mind. It's not quite the time I was thinking about. So I'm not sure what happened. Hopefully it'll get resolved here pretty soon. Don't see anybody carrying computers off the desk, which is always like the worst sign possible. So we haven't hit like DEF CON
it's
1
actually,
tech
well,
pause
the thing
yet.
is, we should tell you, it's actually not a tech pause.
Oh, okay.
It's us not wanting to start the game. So,
oh, that is pretty, usually people don't realize that. Usually they don't realize that we actually have like a start button that we can control. We press when we feel like it.
What if we could call tech pauses?
I mean, I guess it would be possible, like if something actually broke on the broadcast, then we would maybe have a tech pause for us. Like if my mic just stopped working.
I don't know. I think if both of our mics stopped working, Twitch might be happy right now.
Yeah, actually could be an improvement to the broadcast in many people's eyes.
Nifty on 25 kills. The only one with a weapon on the CT side for Envy. I mean, Nifty's been able to really do some... I mean, obviously they didn't qualify into the Pro League Finals, but I mean, they're still safe into next season.
Yeah.
And Nifty's been playing well.
It's just really tough on Envy because I felt like they had turned a corner in the first stage. Like they got a big upset victory over Furia in a best of 3, which is like a really big win for them. And they didn't really have any LAN series wins prior to that. They beat Swole Patrol, booked their tickets to be in the second stage, but everything else has been really, really tough on Envy throughout this year with both different lineups they've played with.
Ooh, again, Nifty comes up big. It's the first kill. He's only on 19 health, though, so getting much more than this is going to be a tough ask. But Sam lurking on the site. Bomb going to be planted. He's going to come around the corner. He's going to pick the kill on Jarrell. He's trying to escape with AWP, and somehow, what a shot out of Sam on a Dazzle. Might have given a very real possibility for Envy to win this round. Now if Sam can get the follow-up, the flashbang going to come through, and Sam will have to back away. Nifty trying to flank in from behind. Robin's now going to be here to help out. Double ops up against the double SGs. We'll see which gun is the best, and, well, Dapper gets the first with the SG. And now Sam alone against 2. 25 seconds left to go. He's making the move. He's actually able to push out behind Robin. And he gets the no-scope. What is Sam doing? What is he on right now? SG now picked up. Dapper's on 16 health. And Sam, could he clutch us out with 15 seconds left? Dapper's going to go for the plant. Sam going to sneak up. Can Sam close this out? Spots him out. And he does get it as well. 4 kills for him. And Sam, what a play out of him.
Yeah, he's been real quiet throughout this map and even throughout yesterday.
I want to see Envy play against Liquid. I want to see Sam versus Stewie in the trash talk battle.
I don't think Envy wants any of Liquid right now. I really don't think they're ready for that.
Those shots, though, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were good.
Those should not happen.
Yeah.
Just
wish we could see that more consistently from him.
I don't know how he picks up the op like that. The USB killing relics, all right, that makes sense, right? But then to pick up the op, to swing around, and then just go like, all right, I'm going to die. Let me just 180 quick scope you. That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
Can we see that again? Is that possible?
We might have the technology for that, Jason.
We might.
We very well might.
Oh,
hey,
look at this. Just not talk and enjoy it.
Later. Bye-bye. Yep, so there it is. Envy taking the lead back off of a great individual play from Sam. Yeah, 4 kills on that round. Okay.
Would it be funny if, you know, okay, so in Mario, like Mario 64, you see the flying guy with the camera?
Yes.
It'd be funny if we had that in-game as well as like an option to toggle so like the players can see where the camera is at all times.
I feel like that would be mad distracting.
It would be, but it'd be hilarious. Then you just get right in front of the players so you can't see. Anyways, Ryan pushed up here.
Don't give Valve ideas.
Ely as well. Robin's gonna get the first kill though, and Ryan might be able to peek around the corner. We'll expect the second. Dapper will be there, and Ryan's still not expecting him to be in this position.
My goodness. Nifty there, the Guardian Angel though. That was a big one.
I know when in PUBG, like in the early days, I don't know if it's still in there, when they first had like the quote-unquote spec mode, you were a camera that flew around and you weren't visible, but they could hear you in the game. So you could actually talk to players while they were playing and mess with them. So you could like make sounds and it would like freak them out.
That is pretty wild.
Good stuff. Sam now, the man of the last round. Looking to do it yet again here. They do still have the man advantage, able to get his way out of Z. The bomb in the meantime though, gonna go down. Envy gonna be fighting in the afterplant situation. The utility, well, 2 flashbangs on Nifty to potentially open up some sort of push, but Dawson's watching the flank. Probably trying to clear out anyone potentially sneaking in towards the smoke, and now Relics get a little bit of a tag on the Fugly, and Fugly's gonna lose out on that trade. Unfortunately, Seb gets one as well, and now it's just gonna be on Sam and Ryan in the 2-on-2. And there we go, now on Dazzler, who was, like I said before, watching the flank. The bomb's taken away. He needs to peek around once he hears the defuse come through, and he's gonna go for the spray down. He does take Ryan down. Now, Sam gonna go for the stick here. That's gonna peek back out. Singularity gonna tie things up at 12.
Another 1v2 clutch this time, courtesy of Dazzle, to match that of Sam from the previous round, who also had quite the clutch and had the quad kill. So we're seeing a lot of scrappy rounds, a lot of 2-on-2, 3-on-3s, but it seems like someone is always stepping up, making a big individual play that makes the difference for the round, and that is why this game is so tight. And now the timeouts are raining in. We've had several timeouts break out these last 4 or so rounds after seeing no timeouts for the majority of the game. And you can understand why. It's starting to get tense, right? We're tied up. It's 12-12. You know, we're seeing teams, only win 1 or 2 rounds here and there. No one's really streaking together. No one really has any momentum. Economies are kind of all over the place for both sides. Both teams' monies are quite low, for 100% honest. So, yeah, I mean, this is the nitty-gritty of the game now. This is those final yards.
Again, something that is not in Counter-Strike. Talked about balls not being in Counter-Strike. Yards.
Depends on what like unit of measurement you use, I guess. I don't know if we're doing metric system in CSGO or not. But I mean, there are amount of yards you would run, I guess. I don't know.
Well, Seb, 28 kills for him. We talked about players standing out. Nifty on 27. I think Seb is leading the server at the moment, and Nifty's going to have a lot of players charging his direction. You can see just Molotovs being lobbed in on his position. Keeps the composure, though. Gets the first kill on the Relics, and not going to take down Dapper, unfortunately, this time. And it looks like the T's a little bit of overrun the site, especially with the buy-up we had out of Envy. Sam with the deagle up towards heaven, and Ryan with the ump. At least Ryan is flanking around, and Sam gets one.
Dapper just trying to go up there and get the job done by himself, but it doesn't work out. Ryan able to get a kill as well. It's
He
actually
could
a
win
1v2. Yeah, they actually could. Both players are very low on HP. They do decide to route back through Z, though, to get this bomb towards inner, which is going to make it a little bit harder on Ryan. He does not have a kit in his possession just yet either, so that does mean he needs to work a little bit faster. He's trying to find one here inside outer, perhaps. No, actually. He decides just to go ahead and keep the op and save it rather than go for the 1v2. He might not know that both of them are low on health, and again, he doesn't have a kit. And the money's low, so saving AWP is actually pretty vital, so I can understand the decision.
That, and when Nifty's playing like he is, I mean, that's
Yeah,
it makes that weapon even more impactful.
Yep. Still, Singularity will take the lead right back after a very brief tie. But just off the back, I've kind of a shock and all attack on the outer bomb side against kind of a poorly equipped Envy outside of a couple weapons here and there.
The thing is, I feel like both teams have just not been able to stabilize their economy at all.
No.
They lose one round, and then you get scrappy buys from either team.
It's definitely been kind of the storyline of this game, or one of them at least. Again, very chaotic CS, I think, is kind of another one. A lot of close mid-round situations that just a couple of key kills here and there have been deciding things. But here we go. Envy, again, to have the AWP brought over to Nifty, who's been having a hell of a game, but that's about it other than 1v250 on Fugly, and Ryan has the 5-7.
So they need aggressive towards inner, though. I catch Dazzle off guard because he's kind of going off by himself.
Yeah, you got to gamble in a round like this when you have pistols. You got to do something a bit gimmicky to try to catch them off guard. Now, luckily, Dazzle seems to be pretty aware that this is a possibility. Has a good angle here. Does line up 1, a 2, and a 3. So they're well on their way to 14 off the back of that. He was not trying to figure out how many takes in the center of a Tootsie Pop. He was getting kills. That's what we were counting. Not an owl.
Who?
The little owl from the commercial. A 1, a 2, and a 3. You've seen your shit in that commercial.
That joke went so far over your head. Okay. I said who? What sound do owls make?
I got you.
Well, Ryan's been able to rescue an SG. The bomb, though, in the meantime, make its way towards inner. They still have to worry about Robin, who's watching Ivy. It's easy to flank around. I think Envy is probably just going to try to save the weapons, which Robin's just going to be waiting. Arms wide open. Kills to come in. Nifty. Can he hit the shot, or will Robin even expect him to be there? And it looks like not. Kind of looking a couple different directions, not exactly too sure, and Nifty's just hoping he can save this op into the next round, but this would be 2 rounds in a row they saved the op, but unfortunately not able to get any kills with it until this moment.
Good to save it, though. They will obviously be able to buy up all that they can in the next round because obviously Singularity going for map port, so you want to put your best foot forward, and they did save on pretty much everyone else, and so keeping this op will give them a lot of chances to construct something, though he is still getting chased, so he has to be a little bit careful. Particularly Seb's in a good position to perhaps get him. Looks like he will be able to carry it over nonetheless. So there you have it. Singularity in prime position, maybe close this thing out now. Just need to survive one more buy round, really.
I think, again, with any jokes we made aside, like, this is still good practice in general. I think there's like a certain player I could think of in another game called Quake, Rafa. He is a legend within the game. Every single time he scrims while he's streaming, he always looks at it as a tournament match. And I think that's a good mindset to have. And in a match that's not necessarily going to decide the fate of anything for you, like this match here, it's still important to like play at the level of a tournament match, you know, to keep that mindset of like every match is important.
Yeah.
We can always learn something from it. And I think
especially if you're Singularity, they don't get to
that.
land that much. I mean, other than like filling in for the first stage of Season 10 and maybe some like smaller stuff, they haven't really land very much this entire year.
It's a big learning, this is like a big learning opportunity for it.
Especially to kind of help build the core of your team. Like even if you're using stand-ins for your fists, like at least the other 4 can kind of work on what they need to. Then you can, you know, try new things or figure out what you need to work on. So yeah, definitely still something to gain from a match like this for both sides. Singularity like trying to gain a victory though, and they're well close to it. But there is a full buy back here from Envy. Ryan getting aggressive here towards C-Counter, getting some space away from Singularity. A lot of intel from holding this position. Now Ely will take over with the Floss, as he did have another smoke that can be thrown there to keep it refreshed.
Again, Singularity leaving Robin to just go for the flank, cause a distraction. He's throwing a lot in as well, so maybe hoping it pulls people away. But you can see Ryan already able to spam down. Dazzle, 26 health, Dapper, 59. You have Salmon potentially quick rotate through ladder if they need it. But it's go time. Singularity looking to hit towards inner.
Indeed they are. Smokes are out here. Ryan, though, holding here from the back of the train, able to line up a couple of kills. Fugly also in prime position, as Relics is still kind of biding his time inside the smoke. Actually catches a good timing on Fugly. Wasn't ready for that just yet, but Ryan continues to tee off here. Already gotten 3, looking for the ace. Might find a 4th here soon on Robin. Here's the drop down behind him, but cannot get the frag.
So angles for Robin to fight, and eventually he will be closed out. And Envy get themselves on to 13. Again, an important round considering they had really no money to buy up after this, and only losing 2 players is not a bad way to win either.
Very true. Helps him out kind of in the longer term of being able to afford weapons all the way through the rest of this half. Big play from Ryan there on the inner side. Again, continues to play pretty well throughout this second stage. Nifty already at 30 kills. It's really Fugly that's been kind of struggling in this game. He's well behind everyone else, despite the fact he was playing really well yesterday.
And they look at the other side for Singularity. Seb has 32. 30 as well. Don't want to confuse it. Ryan again picks himself up a quick double. He's definitely, I think, one of the most improved players that I've seen from Group 1 to Group Stage 1 to Group Stage 2. Been like pleasantly surprised with how he's been able to really step his game up, and maybe that's just a sign of time to really work with Envy and kind of get the practice down.
Yeah. That's a whole new world for him, right? Stepping up from Mountain Dew League, where he spent pretty much his whole career, now having to play against actual professional level teams. Definitely is a bit of a learning curve. Obviously not too much to learn on this round. It was essentially a save out of Singularity. Just upgraded pistols for the most part, though Robin does have a kill and is able to collect an AWP. Dazzle able to go pick up this bomb. Deagle in his possession. Might be able to face Ely here pretty soon. He's holding an angle with the M4 with a smoke for cover.
That's 2 for 2. The Ely and Dazzle. Over towards Hell it happened last time. And yet again, the smoke's ever favoring Ely.
He's been on one this game. Looking to see if he can't go ahead and finish this round off and tie this game right back up, as he does have Robin right there on the other side. It'll be Ryan, though, that gets it done instead, coming through Ivy on the backstab. And so here we go, 14 all.
How's the money going to look, though? I mean, obviously, we did see Singularity save, but how much money do they really have to spend? Can they invest into all the utility they want?
They didn't have too much of a loss bonus built up, but they still should be able to muster up something here.
I think we're getting another pause here. There it is.
Indeed. Another tactical timeout here from Singularity.
Might as well take it at 14-14.
Yep.
Got one more for the next round as well.
Starting to get tense. Detentions in the air.
Do you say detention is in the air?
No.
Oh, the tension.
Yes. I don't know how the tension
I had a flashback to high school all of a sudden.
Never had detention. It's a good
had
kid.
it once.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to say why.
Okay.
Not on air, at least.
I got you.
So Mac 10. 3 SGs in the AK. Again, a little bit of utility lacking for Singularity here.
Double op still in play for Envy in the meantime. We're going to see a lot faster pace of a play here from Singularity, just barreling out of T-Connector with their utility. Sam and company are spotting it and getting some damage off, but Dapper's the one who finds the first frag to help open up this site.
Seb as well chimes in onto Ryan, and well, with 3 players left for Envy, 2 of them are going to be operas, which is not going to be ideal in the retake once this bomb does get planted. Trying to look if there's a potential upside for him. It might be Fugly as he pushes through the smoke from Z. He looks for the second, he gets the headshot onto Relics, but not enough to finish him off.
Gotta set these ops now,
And
man.
yeah.
Money is so low on Envy. They don't even have much of a loss bonus built up either. So this is a big problem for the Envy side. Singularity will move to that point first. It's kind of a little bit of a change of pace there. I mean, normally it's hard to run faster strats against a CT team that actually has enough utility, because you're usually going to get nade stacked or have to eat incendiary fire or something along those lines that'll really either make you take a lot of damage or force you to slow down. But it didn't really happen that round. Singularity able to break free. They got the 2 entries right away. And a very clean round for Singularity. They survived with 4 players, which is great considering their own money is low, so that means that they can really not have to worry about rebuying rifles. They can focus on rebuying utility instead to kind of open up their options for fakes and executes. So really good round there from them.
I'm going to guess we're going to have a pause here.
Oh, I mean, we're probably going to have the overtime too, though. So, I mean, just let you know. Catherine's very happy with me right now. He,
I didn't get enough yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, 123 rounds. What was it 5 overtimes? 4
we need
overtimes?
all the Counter-Strike.
Wasn't enough.
All the Counter-Strike. As we take a look at the scoreboard here, pretty close to the end. Pretty similar distribution when you think about it. Top to bottom, you got 30 and 31, 21 to 21, 22 to 23, 16 to 16. So yeah, it's a very similar picture, and obviously the scoreboard 14 to 15. Again, no one's really shooting together too many rounds this half.
Yeah, very back and forth, very scrappy as we saw in the first half between these teams. I wonder if that's how things are going to go down when it comes to Dust 2.
Yeah, even the ADR is pretty similar across the board. A little bit higher on the Singularity side on the bottom two players, but yeah. All comes down to this, whether or not we see extra rounds or whether we do see the closest victory possible from Singularity. We're missing some stuff, I feel like, on this feed. There we go.
Let's see, though. Again, Envy still saving the ops from the last round. Utility bot up behind that. But Ryan's going to be a little bit lacking with just the M4 now. Has no utility left to go.
Yeah, Philly on the FAMAS as well is also a tough one, but still a pretty solid buy all in all, given that they say the two ops have the kits they needed to go around as well. Singularity looking to maybe change the pace once again, this time on something faster towards the inner side. All 5 players are here already.
Like a contact beam. Well, speaking of contact, Nifty, Duracell gives him it, hits the first shot. Looking for the jump down to potentially get another, and just barely escapes. His bullets whiz past his head. He gets a second kill as well. Overtime is in the cards. It's in the future, but can Nifty force it out? He's actually trying to get around, but he's not able to get to safety just yet. And Dazzle might be what Singularity needs.
Oh no, he shot a little too early though, giving a chance for CTs to reset, and Ryan sweeps through for 2, and that winds up being a big missed shot from Dazzle. He had such a huge opportunity to close the game right there with his maneuver up the sidewalk, but just a little premature. And so it's all squared up, and we're going to overtime. More overtimes. You want overtimes. You want overtimes.
Okay, Oprah.
I'm giving out all the rounds here.
You know
Can't
what?
nobody out there say they don't get their money's worth on how many rounds CS they get to see in this league.
You know when Oprah did that with cars? They actually didn't pay like the taxes on it, so the people that got it had to pay like, you know,
Oh yeah,
5,
they all
6.
got wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Five,
that kind
6
of happens
grand.
for like every game shit like that.
It's just kind of messed up. It's like,
Plus you
oh,
have
I
to
got a
pay
free
the
car.
insurance.
Yeah, and then now I got to pay like $6 grand that I
Yeah.
didn't have to pay before he gave me a car.
Yeah. Yes, you could refuse the car and not pay the tax.
Oh,
Well, you can also just take the car.
You take the car.
Yeah, but you
that's
take the car
awkward.
and you flip it, and then you make your money back, you know, so it's all good.
Speaking of making money back, both teams on 16K now with MR3. And we're going to be holding down the CT side. They've already lost out on 1 player. And Ryan actually has pushed the smoke in the meantime. Maybe he'll continue to push from here on. Instead, just going to be locking down that control and backing away. They need protection over towards Ivy because Robin's been able to sneak up. So is Dapper. Have 2 players working over towards ladder room in the meantime, but it's go time for Singularity. And Dapper will get blinded up, just spams through, and him and Robin chime in to pick up 2 kills. It's all now on Sam and Nifty. I feel like we've been saying that so many times that they still have the double ups. But what do you do here? 2v5.
You
So
do
many
a
angles
whole
to
lot
cover.
of nothing is what you do here.
A whole lot of praying.
Yeah, you just hold an angle and you really hope that Singularity runs right into your crosshair. Maybe you line up a nice little 2-for-1 shot. They did win a 2v5 against Daytona with a bunch of ops yesterday, so that is worth noting. Just want to point that out. So it could happen again. Lightning could strike twice. We'll see. 1 op to each side. Nifty just holding inner. Unfortunately for him, no one's going to be there. It's all going to be really on Sam, who doesn't get the first kill over towards Ivy. He's playing sandwich now. Utility is pouring in. He's biding his time, though, trying to get Nifty a chance to head over this direction. And Nifty indeed does get to position, finds his shot as well. Sam, though, unfortunately misses a key shot there. And now Nifty has to just kind of back off. So in the first round of OT, we'll go to Singularity.
To say, don't tell me we're going to see another 2v5 there.
Yeah. I mean, you started to believe a little bit. As Nifty is trying to see if he can find any more frags before the round's over. Sneaking his way in.
Just looking back on Envy's last match on Train. 28-25 against Daytona.
Want to break that record?
I just don't think they've had enough train yet. You know, they're like, we want more train.
Need all
wanna
those reps
practice
on
a little
train.
more.
Yep.
That's one way to build endurance.
Yeah.
Putting yourself in those positions and try to keep the mental focus and that mental fortitude you need. Because you never know. It could be like 6 months from now. They're the grand finals of the next major. I think I have a slight fever. And they need to play out like 7 overtimes. You know who's a team that's going to be prepared for it? Envy.
I'm just not even entertaining that. Singularity found the opening frag onto this round, so already off to a really hot start here on their T side of overtime 1. Have Fugly also down very low on health. Sam trying to post up on Ivy again. He's usually been Robin kind of just soloing that side.
Yeah, speaking of Robin, he'll still be here. Meantime, Ely trying to hold on towards Pop. Just round a couple of shots off, hoping he can connect onto someone, get a little bit lucky. But Dapper, oh, that smoke almost saving Fugly's life. That's still another kill, 5 on 3. He's got to go big here to have a chance, and again, down to Nifty and Sam. So if anything, credit to Singularity to really prevent this double up setup from doing too much on a map that it's known for.
Yeah, they've done a really good job kind of picking their battles and working together, and it's left Nifty and Sam again alone in a 2 versus 4 this time around. A little bit easier than last time it was a 2v5, but still odds very much against them. Both of them playing over towards outer. Sam spots one towards Sandwich. Actually does want to winning that shot. Nifty and Sam get a couple of kills now here. So it's actually a 2-on-2. It's winnable, but now it's all on Nifty to try to clutch alone. Bomb is still down. Time is running low. Nifty doesn't actually have half bad position, but he doesn't know where this second T is just yet. So he's got to be very careful as he maneuvers his way closer and closer over here towards Sandwich in his own right.
Time.
Oh, it's a real big problem.
If he kills the planter somehow and runs away, like he could win the round himself and gonna spot out Dazzle. It's dinged up, and now the Molotov comes in as well. It's gonna be so hard to win for him. You can see Dazzle already rotating back towards ladder room. So Seb's plan here, stay alive, allow the flank to come in. There's no way Nifty's gonna expect this, and get a second round of overtime in your hands.
Actually, it's just Seb to do it there, creeping around the opposite side of the bomb train, will blindside Nifty. So both rounds so far here for Singularity are going to go their way. Up 17-15 now again. Of course, it's MR3, 16K. It's a race to 19. 18-18 means another overtime, but Singularity already have a pretty big advantage. Both halves were 8-7, with a slight lean towards the T side. So if that pattern kind of holds, and Singularity are already well on track to get this one done. But one more round here left to go. Double op still in play for Envy.
I'm kind of surprised to still see them using it, though. I mean, the most success it's had is when 3 people are already dead. You know, so maybe they need to reel in the rest of Envy. Allow the opposite to do the work, and Nifty's already able to do it with the first kill, but peeks again and does pay the price, leaving Fugly all alone on the inner bomb site.
Does spot them, though, as they come out ramps. He's able to make the call. Incendiary down as well, trying to see if he can slow down this bomb plant. Doesn't do so. Doesn't even really do that much damage either. Meanwhile, Robin is going to be able to catch out Ely. I think Ely was actually trying to do a bit of a flank towards inner halls via ladder, and Robin's able to pick up on it pretty much right away. So main advantage here for Singularity on this retake.
Yeah, the retake's trying, and Fugly and Ryan able to open things up, but Seb's alive, and Seb's the big fragger for Singularity. 36 kills for him. Time is going to start to tick away. Ryan going to maybe be the first one to lead the charge, but unfortunately the flashbang comes through, and it's good out of Robin, and now unfortunately it's just Saab all alone against 2 with the op trying to clutch this one out yet again. Did a 180 before, but won't have a chance here, and Singularity will win all 3 rounds on the T side.
We did not see a singular clean sweep on an overtime, I think, yesterday. So 3-0s have been pretty hard to come by in extra rounds, but Singularity have indeed pulled it off. They go up 18-15. They just need now 1 CT round to lock in this map. But we'll see. Maybe Envy also do the reverse clean sweep. We go to OT number 2. It's definitely a possibility. What do you think about that?
Good stuff.
Yeah. Nice play from Seb. He's been playing well all game long. Great on him to close that thing off. Here we go. Double up on T side even for Envy. So that's a change. You don't see that too often.
Nades attack coming through. Zum actually takes a little bit of damage, but considering how many nades are thrown at him, I think he's going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of early information with that too, and just trying to get Som out with that flashbang. I think Ely threw that one. But Seb, I mean, he's been the big shark here. 38 kills, 101 ADR.
Oh, Relics though is actually able to find a shot there onto Som. Not exactly sure how he landed it. Didn't see it from his perspective. Maybe we'll catch it on the replay, but that is the opening kill for Singularity to help them get closer and closer towards that magic number 19 to finish this game off. Still a spread offense here from Envy, putting some pressure towards Inner from both ramp and upper side. Seb here just kind of biding his time with the M4, catches a kill there onto Nifty. Tried to make a peek out upper, but a lot of kills are actually going Envy's way. It's trading back and forth though, and it's still a man advantage for Singularity when it's all said and done.
Oh, is he going to see his foot? Is he going to see him?
Oh, the timing is actually unreal on that.
But if he pushes onto Fugly, if they down the bomb here, this should be the round in the game, but that doesn't matter because Fugly gets the kill, puts it back into a 2-on-2. I feel like it's been just a 1-for-1-for-1 trade the entire way through so far.
That was so close from Dapper. I thought he was going to find that shot on the Ryan. Meanwhile, there's also a flank coming in, though. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't make any noise. He might catch them completely off guard. Does spot the player up here, up top. Doesn't finish off his kill. I guess he thought he killed him already, and he switched targets, but it's all well and good. Dapper still will complete the round. Number 19 will tick there for Singularity. And while it took some extra rounds to do it, Singularity do go ahead and capture Train.
Yeah, that was a little awkward at the end. I mean, Fugly survived a little bit of HP, and if they lost that round all because he didn't confirm the first kill, that would have been unfortunate. But they confirmed the kill, they confirmed the round, and they confirmed the first map of the series. Still have Dusty to come up next. Yep. Still have Dust with me here on the desk.
Yep.
And we're going to see how this one's going to go. Dust too, I don't really know, honestly. I think Envy were getting a little bit complacent there, a little bit hard-headed, running the double up so many times when it was not working out for them. But either way, let's close things out. Let's head to a break, and we'll come back with that next map.